The Southern Uplands Way is a 213-mile trail from coast to coast across southern Scotland. Join me as I travel through some of the remotest areas of the UK, to little visited hilltops and unspoilt valleys, using wild camps and bothies along the trail in all types of weather. This is my Southern Uplands Way adventure.
Well, good morning. I've just passed the fabulous Melrose Abbey. So, 2 days I've had off to let Storm Amy go through. We're still on the back end of her. It's going to be a very windy day today. But it's 40 to 50 mile an hour winds forecast, not 70 plus mile an hour winds forecast. So 40 to 50 is manageable. So I've got just under 70 kilometres to do, about 69 and a half I think. We'll try and do that in 2 days. Although it's going to be windy, the weather during the days is quite nice. Might get a bit of an interesting night tonight, but actually I'm looking forward to it. I should have some decent sunshine for certain long patches of today and tomorrow. So let's get cracking, let's get these last 2 days done.
I left Melrose and followed lanes and tracks over undulating countryside on the way to the town of Lauder. Here, the trail, after crossing some farmland, gradually gained height and crossed the Lammermuir Hills to the top of Twin Laws, where I descended down to a sheltered camp spot.
Well, the river's certainly up a bit on what it was a couple of days ago. Certainly very lively this morning. Just down by the river there you can see how full it is. What a difference to a couple of days ago. Crikey. Storm Amy did a bit of damage in Scotland. I think some wind speed was recorded at 96 miles an hour somewhere. Lots of power lines down, lots of trees down, cancellations. Yeah, it's certainly not a time for me to be up in the hills. We've been bordering on reckless, I think, to be honest with you. And I mean, the tent would never have stayed up anyway, so they've had to end up bailing out somewhere or other. Yeah. I think what people often don't appreciate is the debilitating effect that the wind can have on you when you're hiking. I mean, first of all, if you're damp at all, it can very, very quickly, strip the heat from you, have you feeling cold very, very quickly. But secondly, it's also really tiring. If you're constantly having to battle against it, try to maintain your balance, particularly if you're carrying a full pack, get tired very, very quickly. It saps the energy from you. Fortunately for me, over these next couple of days, even though the wind's going to be quite strong, it's mainly going to be behind me, so it shouldn't be too bad. Just coming down now into the town of Lauder. That was a nice high level walk this morning. It's nice to get out the wind a bit. That wind's been pretty on it, but one of those days where Feels like your head's being wall cleared out. Well, Lauder was a nice little town. Managed to pick up a wee drink. And now I'm heading out to the Lammermuir Hills, which I've driven past loads and loads of times, but never walked in. So this should be a good section, all new. I've just dropped down here to Wheelburn and got a little bit of shelter from the wind. I think when I get up on the tops later it's going to be quite interesting. So I'm just going to enjoy this and have a sandwich, I think, while I'm here. Love the little river. Yeah, definitely getting better though now since I've left Lauder. Really enjoying the scenery. It, kind of a bit reminiscent of the North Yorkshire moors in terms of the colours, but the tops are not as flat. A bit more domey, but yeah, I think it's going to be a nice afternoon if the weather can hold out. It'd be good. I've just reached the top of Scoured Rig. Well, there's obviously been a lot of deforestation, but I can see now ahead my next destination, Twinlaw. I can just about make out the two cairns on the top. That's where I'm heading. Just having a couple of minutes out of the wind down one of these big twin cairns on the top of Twinlaw. So I can see the other cairn out here to the left of me with the summit trig. And I've got a great view out to the south, looking towards the Cheviot Hills. Yeah, looking down, well, all down south towards the coast. Yeah, great view of that. So I was originally, when I first been sort of planning out possible stages for the Southern Uplands Way, I was possibly thinking of camping up here. Too windy today, so I'm going to drop down the other side, hopefully get a bit more shelter. Before that, I'm just going to take in this view. It's fabulous. Oh, is this a little geocache thing? Must be. That's a bonus, isn't it? Now this is a proper shelter spot out of the wind. I can stay a bit longer here and look at the view. Right, it's no good. I'm going to have to move. And there's some, looks like some showers coming in actually, so I want to get pitched before those showers come in. Come on, let's go. Right, I've got the tent pitched behind this wall, which is, it's pretty well sheltered from the wind. You can see here, looks like I might have some showers coming on the way. But yeah, not a bad view. I'm quite happy with this. It's not the flattest pitch, but it's out of the wind, or out the worst of the wind, which is good because the wind's due to pick up a bit again in the night, so that's good. Tell you what a difference it makes when you can get camped on fairly dry ground with a dry tent. Comfort levels are just so much Better than when you're pitching on wet ground with a wet tent, crikey. This feels luxurious in comparison. So anyway, I've eaten. I'm just having a last drink and when they get settled down. Yeah, I enjoyed today. The second half particular, that bit coming over the Lammermuir Hills up over, what was it, Twinlaw. Really liked that bit, that was nice. Good section that. Proper good backpacking that. Not too steep, nice and gentle ascents. Big open country. Yeah, good. I'm happy where I've pitched tonight. I've definitely got a little bit of shelter from this wall, so if the wind gets up, hopefully it won't be too bad. Right, final day tomorrow, down to the coast. Looking forward to that. Right, see you in the morning. Oh, it's another blustery old morning. It was a blustery old night as well, tell you. Oh, flipping heck. I am really glad that I camped behind that stone wall, because you could hear the wind roaring over the top, coming down the valley. Crikey, yeah. Definitely picked a great place to camp. Right, today, well, I'm finishing today. Woohoo! I'm finishing. I'll be down by the coast later on today, hopefully. First of all, a couple of small villages to go through. Longformacus, I think one of them. Abbey St Bathans on the way. Yeah, and then down to the coast. A long day still though, I've got 20 plus miles still to do, but weather's looking good, it's looking clear. Can't wait for the sunrise.
My final day started with a downhill walk past Watchwater Reservoir to the small village of Longformacus. A bit of road walking led to a trail over a hillside, then a delightful valley walk to Abbey St Bathans. A mixture of road, track and farmland took me to the A1 and eventually to the coast at Pease Bay for a great finish before turning to the trail end at Cockburnspath.
Just climbed up here from the valley and got a great view now back over to the Lammermuir Hills that I crossed yesterday. Superb. If my eyes don't deceive me, it's probably me, but I almost think I can see the wall where I camped last night, but I think that's a bit optimistic. Very optimistic. Right, where now? Over here. Right, it's me versus 50 million of them. What do we reckon? Right now we do a wait, do a walk through them. Oh crikey, they're all skittish out. Right. Yeah, they're a bit skittish, some of that lot. Last thing I want is a stampede, so I've cut down through another field. Left them right up there. Yeah. Safest way. I do love these type of forests which are open and they've got grasses growing on the floor and ferns, light. Yeah, lovely compared to the horrible pine forest that you see. These are much nicer. This is a really nice section for tired legs. Been contouring around the top of the valley. What a nice forest track. And now just dropping down into this valley now. Just really quiet. It's a lovely area. Well, I've just crossed over the footbridge, Abbey St Athens. What a great spot that is. And the Abbey is superb. Originally founded apparently, it's in 1172, and Melrose was the mother church of the district, but what a gorgeous little spot it's in. I'm just ambling down this road, heading down towards the A1 actually. It's all pleasant enough, this section. It's very, very quiet, and there's some nice open views. The good thing is that whenever I go through arable land like this, I'm always worried about cows and stuff, and there hasn't been too many fields with cows at the moment, just that one I met earlier really, so that's a good thing. But definitely getting closer now, under the last 10k. I'm heading out to the coast soon. Right, made it here to the A1. Seems absolutely ages ago they were at the M74, and that was over halfway. Anyway, now I've got to cross this little beast. Could be exciting. Probably the most dangerous part of the whole trip. Oh wow, there it is suddenly. Peace Cove in the distance. Right, let's get down to it. Ah, there lies the sea. East Coast, Berkshire East Coast. Made it. Oh, unfortunate as I've got here, it's just clouded over, but what a day. Weather's been very kind to me today. Could have been so much worse. And what a place to finish. Something nice in about finishing a walk by the coast, I think. Yeah. I'll shortly be arriving in Cockburnspath at the end of the Southern Uplands Way. So what do I think about it then as a trail? Well, I would say it's definitely the remotest national trail that we've got in the UK. I mean, I've hardly met anybody. I've met two people who I've seen walking the trail, but on most days I haven't met anybody at all. The only time I've seen people is when I've been into the odd town, and there aren't very many of those, or I've stayed in a bothy. Even like today, not met anybody. So in that sense, if you're looking for a trail to get away from it all, look no further than this one. But what about it from a aesthetic point of view, a satisfaction point of view? I mean, it has been tough at times, you know, but you've got to expect that with the UK and with the weather that we get. You know, the weather has been challenging at times, but then again, I've had some beautiful weather. It's not scenically the most dramatic, I'll be honest. You know, there are many of the trails in the UK that I think that have got more wow factor views. But if you're looking for rolling hillsides, forests, good tracks and some nice green tracks, yeah, it's probably a good one to go for. I would strongly advise using the bothies. I think they add something to it, and they're pretty decent ones as well. Well, maybe apart from the beehive one, there's not much there, but the others are good. And also plan out your food provision, because there are not a lot of shops on the way, so you're going to need to plan that carefully. It means you've probably got some 4 or 5 day food carries. As always, if you've got this far, thank you for watching. And if you've got any questions you want to ask me about this trail, any other trails that I've done, any of the equipment that I've used, anything at all that you like, drop me a message. I'll quite happily reply. Right, shower, cup of tea, yummy. Right, till next time.